Hi everyone, this is Ashwin. In this video, we are going to solve the problem queue using two stacks. A queue is an abstract data type that maintains the order in which elements were added to it, allowing the old elements to be removed from the front and the new elements to be added to the rear. This is called a first in, first out data structure because the first element added to the queue, that is, the one that has been waiting the longest, is always the first one to be removed. A basic queue has the following operations. Enqueue, add an element to the end of the queue. Dequeue, remove the element from the front of the queue and return it. In this challenge, you must implement a queue using two stacks, then process queue queries, where each query is one of the following three types. So the first one is enqueue, the second one is dequeue, third one is print the element at the front of the queue. So this problem is to implement a queue data structure using two stacks. So to approach this problem, we will be creating two stacks. One stack, we will be pushing the elements. When we call dequeue, we pop all the elements from stack 1 and push it to stack 2. After that, we will pop the top element. That will be considered as the front element of the queue. If we want to print the element at the front of the queue means we will just print the top element in the second stack. I'll just explain this with an example while writing the code. So let's see the constraints. Here we have queue can go up to 10 to the power of 5. Type we have only three types. The numbers can go up to 10 to the power of 9. So we don't need to worry about the numbers, but we need to worry about the queries. So generally we are going to implement the queue using two stacks. So I'm going to code in an optimal way only. And the overall time complexity will be order of n. Let's see the sample input. So we have 10 queries. I'll be explaining with an example. Stack push. This will be one stack and stack delete. This will be another stack. So the first query is 1 enqueue. So we will be pushing 42 and dequeue. Whenever we are getting the query dequeue, we will pop all the elements from stack push to stack delete. So we will be popping the element to stack delete and finally we will just pop the last element, that is 42. Again we are inserting 14. So 14. Now we are getting the query 3. We need to print the front of the queue. So again, we will just pop all the elements from stack push and push into stack delete. So 14 will be there. This is the last element in stack delete. While printing, we will just print the last element, that is 14. Again, we are pushing 28. So 28 will be pushed. So 3. So stack delete is not empty. So we will be printing 14, the last element. And the next queries is 60 and 78. So 60 will be pushed, 78 will be pushed, and dequeue. So for dequeuing, we will pop this one element, and in the next time, stack delete is empty. So we will be popping all the elements from stack push and push into stack delete. So the pushing will go like this: 78, 60, 28. So this will be popped out. Whenever we have the query print means we will just print the last element. Now we have to pop out the element because we have type 2. So we will be popping out the last element 28. So the overall logic will be whenever we get a query 1, we will just push into the stack. Whenever we get the query type 2 and 3, we will just use the last element in the stack delete to print it or to pop it. If stack delete is empty means we will just pop all the elements from stack push and push all the elements to stack delete. So that's the overall logic of this problem. Okay, let's solve it now so we can understand it better. First, we need to get the query input, that is queue equals int input. After getting the query input, we will iterate using a for loop for I in range of queue, and you can also replace this queue with this input statement. Both are same. I'll just using a normal way. Now after that, we need to get the query type and the variable. So I'll be using a list. So T equals list of input dot split. So this will split the input and store it in a list. Now we need to process each queries. If T of 0 equals query 1, before processing these queries, we need to initialize two stacks. So stack push equals an empty list and stack delete gain equals an empty list. Don't initialize this in a same line because the list will act as a pointer. So if you just initialize in the same variable means both the variables pointing to the same list. That's why I'm initializing in two lines. Okay, now processing the query. The first query is enqueue. That will be stack push dot append T of 1. We will just appending this element to stack push. Now the next query dequeue elif T of 0 equals 2 if not stack delete. That means if stack delete is empty, while stack push, we will just pop the element from stack push and append it to stack delete. So stack delete dot append stack push dot pop. So this will pop the element and append it to stack delete until the stack push is empty. After we have done that, we will just pop the element from stack delete. Stack delete dot pop. So that is dequeue. Third one is print the front element. That is the else part. Again, we will use the same logic here. If stack delete is empty means we will just pop all the elements from stack push to stack delete. And finally, we will just print stack delete of -1. That will be front of the queue. So this is our whole logic for this problem. First, I'm getting the inputs for the query, and using the loop, I'm iterating each query. I'm getting the query inputs using a list, and after that, I'm processing each query. For enqueue, I'll just push the element to stack push. If the query type is 2, that is dequeue. If stack delete is empty means we will just pop all the elements from stack push and push into stack delete. Finally, we will delete the last element from the stack. Remember, the stack delete last element is the front element of the queue. And in the else part, that is query type 3 to print the front element, we are using the same logic again. If stack delete is empty means we will just pop the element from stack push and push it to stack delete. Finally, we will just print the last element in stack delete. If you have any other approach other than this, please leave a comment below. It will be very useful for the community. Let's run the code now. It passed the sample test case. Let's submit it. That's it guys, we solved the problem. If this video is helpful to you, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe the channel for future videos. See you guys in the next video.